You want to say hi? I'm making a video.
Thank you for
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, man.
into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Faith. The first question is going to be it's called the compass. That's the overview or the name of it. So question is, when you have a massive life decision to make, like a career move or a relationship choice, how much does actually drive the wheel versus just being like a safety net?
Ooh, phenomenal question, my guy. I am more of a firm believer that faith drives where you're meant to be headed. And what I mean by
Nice.
that, just like you said, it's more of like a compass, right? You never know when you're fully truly going true north, or if you're, steering left. Well, technically in this situation, right would be east. However you want to draw the
Opposite.
compass. Kind of back to what I was saying is, you got to trust your gut. You got to take that leap of faith almost into that unknown. Almost kind of like how I met you, my guy. Yes, we met through work, but your smile was contagious. You always gave off very
Yes.
good energy, everything along those lines. And me and you connected almost from the start. I think there's probably like a couple's like looking over, nice to see you, my guy, nice little head nod, and then kind of back to work. Yeah,
Romance takes time.
bromance sometimes takes time, but I think me and yours hit it off pretty quick with my brew. And now you call almost everybody my brew, even though I originated this. It seems like
You
I
were my first
originated. Yeah, like I'm the OG Brewster. So, but I mean, kind of back to your question with like hard life decisions, relationships, career path changing and everything along those lines. Faith definitely draws a very strong line in those. Again, if you don't trust your gut, if you feel like it's going to derail you or anything like that, you should definitely trust that intuition. Firm believer on that intuition, trusting your gut. If it feels right, you should go for it. But I'm also on the backside of that, a yes man. I try to be a yes man. I don't necessarily like saying no too much. Throughout my
Feels good to
life,
say yes.
yes, throughout my lifetime, I'm almost 31 years young. Birthday's coming up here in July. I've been through quite some turns, hills, whatever you want to call it, of jumping through hoops in my life and learning to trust my gut and lean on faith and my family and the people that love me has definitely helped tremendously so much in any decision I've made. Like I've done door-to-door sales, which once you say door-to-door sales, people kind of just give you a face just like you just did right there. Like, whoa, no thank you. I do not want to go knock on strangers' doors, put myself in that situation. And you meet a lot of really cool people. One of my favorite stories has come from that, and you get a network so much. I think networking is what, faith has led me to wholeheartedly.
Nice. Yeah.
To network, see different sides of other people's perspectives, keep an open mind, all those different things. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you think of a specific example? Maybe you had two choices in front of you, and after confiding and feeling your gut, that you decided to go the way you did.
Yeah, I guess a door-to-door situation just popped in my head. There was a
Yeah?
so I was in a gated community. I'm actually not sure if I should have technically been in there or not, but I got in. I literally drove in and everything. Guard stopped me. I showed him, my credentials, like, hey, my name's Austin with Southwestern Advantage Learning Systems. Just wanted to touch base with the neighbors and everything like that. Is that okay? It seems like this is a very secluded neighborhood, and I want to respect people's privacies and everything like that. And he's like, oh no, go
Probably, yeah.
for it. Like you're fine. Like I understand what you're doing. I think his kids probably had it at some point.
Cool.
Which very cool, right? But there was one house on the right, and then like a house that went up like a hill, almost like the driveway kept intertwining and all the way up on a hill. And there was probably about 50 vans set up. He was having like a catering event, right? He was gonna throw a party, whatever. And I looked at the house on the right, looked like somebody was home, but my gut immediately told me, no, go to this house. So, and this is honestly one of my favorite stories to tell anybody. I had a steak with an ex NFL player. I can't remember his name to save my life, but he was an O lineman. His wife was an ex tennis player, athlete. Like, they were just loaded with money. I couldn't even knock on his door because there was all these guys bringing in like tables, chairs, food, wine, alcohol, whole nine. And I just stopped one of them, like, hey, do you know where the owner's at? And he's like, oh, he's in back grilling. I'm like, oh, do I just walk through here or go around the house? And he's like, "Oh,
Is this
walk
like
through." Just walking through this guy's house, like massive. He had the double staircases, like a lot of those mansions kind of do. Yep, the dual staircases that go all the way up. Kind of walk through. There's a cool looking fountain right in the middle of his entryway, whatever you want to call it. And then literally just big glass doors going into the outside. And I saw him, I noticed him, and he was just vibing to music and grilling steak. Just big dude, like burly, jacked, like probably had like maybe 15-20% body fat on him, relatively fit, just
Jeez.
chilling, making steak. And I say, excuse me, sir. And he doesn't move. I say, sir, excuse me, are you the owner? And he turns around and he's like, well, who's asking? Sees this cream of the crop, magnificent specimen that was in college at the time. I'm like, hey, my name's Austin Schlungen. You know, what's your name? And for the life of me, I can't remember his name to save my life. He's like, what you got for me? And I'm like, well, I'm hoping you buy some, stuff for your kids if you have kids. Like, do you have kids? And he's like, yeah, I have 3, and one was in high school prepping for SATs. One was in middle school, but the other 2 are in middle school, about to go to high school. And so I give him my spiel, and I'm like, hey, this is a learning system, bunch of books. It can help your oldest study for the ACT, SAT prep. It'll help the younger ones understand like algebra, geometry, trigonometry, college level classes if they take it, all those things. This man just has a big smile on his face almost the whole time, eating everything up. And he cuts me off after like maybe 15 minutes of me talking. And he's like, how do you like your steak? And I'm like, I'm
For
sorry,
sure.
what? Like, he's like, no, how do you like your steak? And I'm like, medium rare, why? He's like, okay, I got a steak for you. Let's sit down and eat and chat a little bit more. So this man just fed right into everything, and he just kept smiling. We were having a good time. Found out he was an ex-football player, and he just looked at me and he's like, I'm not buying anything from you, right? We're almost done with steak. He's like, I'm not buying anything from you. You know that, right? And I'm like, why is that? Kind of sudden, abrupt. He's like, well, my wife actually bought this 5 years ago when they lived in a different state, and their kids loved it. And I'm like,
great.
That's even better. That's great to know. Have you guys told any of your neighbors about it or anything? Like, do they got kids? So I kind of networked there, and he's like, yeah, they don't want it. They don't want it. Just kind of giving me the whole rundown of the whole neighborhood. And his wife came through, actually, right before I was about to leave. We finished up. I shook his hand. She came through. She's like, I'm sorry, who are you? You're not with the catering company or anything. Because I'm in a polo, khaki shorts, probably pure sweat because I was in Richmond, Virginia in the summer. So it was pretty warm. I did that for a summer, and she just looked at me and she's like, she saw my bag and it had Southwestern Advantage on it. She's like, do you have a cookbook on you? And I'm like, yeah, I actually do. She's like, I missed out on buying a cookbook the last time, and she wanted a cookbook. So I was actually able to get at least a sale with that family, and they were so great. I absolutely love that story.
That's awesome.
I trusted my gut to go up to this massive mansion. I mean, you could probably fit 2 of my parents' house in this house. It was huge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'll go to these other ones later. I was so pumped up after that meeting and so filled with joy that I didn't even touch the other houses. I just left.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I'm discombobulated, didn't know what to do. But I'm like, I'm so happy I trusted my gut there. And I came back a couple days later with a cookbook. because I was able to get it sooner rather than almost waiting for the whole summer like you're supposed to. But I wanted to make sure, like, I personally bought a couple cookbooks so I could hand them out like immediately. Cookbooks are great for that. But yeah, that was probably one of the best stories and memories I have of trusting my gut when I was faced with almost two different situations.
That was awesome.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Like, you lit a fire under me too.
That's good. I tend to do that to you.
All right,
though.
then. Yeah, you do rile me up.
All right. What's the next question, my guy? We have
The-
good vibes.
This
That's
one's
why.
called the why.
The why.
The why. What is the one part of your faith or spiritual practice that brings you the most genuine peace rather than just feeling like an obligation?
The why. I would say the why is nature and puppies.
Beautiful. Puppies!
Yes, I said puppies. Nature and puppies. So, as you know, I know YouTube doesn't yet, but I am a proud mini Australian Shepherd dad. So my mini Aussie Luna,
Nice.
God sent. I rescued her from a friend. I love her so much. I had to retrain a bunch of her. But one of my favorite ways to feel connected, especially with the earth and God and my faith, is just sitting outside with her. No phone, no technology, open field, on a hill, wherever it is. Just me and her, hearing the sound of nature, feeling the breeze hit us, chilling, petting, whatever it might be. Just not a care in the world.
Does she fetch?
She is ball crazy. Yes, absolutely. You get that girl a ball, she will run all day until her legs fall off. You have to stop her.
Anyone that they're the best.
Yes, they are. She, on the other hand, has been injured a little too much with her paws and everything, so I have to watch out for her quite a bit when it comes to playing fetch.
Right. So yeah, being a pet, similar, it's like a stepping stone. You're taking care of something other than yourself. It's different when it's a human, but we were so pet parents before Iris came, right? Penelope, that's our first. Like, she took all of our attention, and she could, and we didn't mind it. I feel that for sure.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to be a pet parent.
Well, your name's Austin, and you got an Aussie.
Yep. Yeah.
Some people say the owners look like your pets.
She is definitely way better looking than I am, but we are very almost identical twins. If and only if I wear the same colors that she does, which is just like tan and black with a little bit of white.
Okay.
But I'm white.
I love that.
So just wearing tan and like black shorts or my black PGA Tour pants, stuff like that. Like, I do like, they can call me crazy, YouTube, come at me. I'm okay with matching with my dog. I don't have a significant other yet anymore to match with and go out in public. So I'm going to match with my dog. You can call me a crazy pet dad, whatever, go for it. You guys do you. I love it. She's my world. I love her.
That's amazing. What's her name?
Luna, Luna. I did not name her. She is probably upstairs napping because I ran her today after I got home for a little bit. So
like, she's without you?
Dude, she has. So I moved back in with my folks. I'm blessed enough to be able to do that. And we moved from a 1-bedroom apartment to now, technically, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, like a 5-bedroom, 2-bath house, like 4 levels, 5 acres of land. So she's in absolute paradise here compared to what we were at. Yes. Heaven for her, a little bit of chaos for me because it's a lot more pet hair that moves around the house that I have to clean up.
You're responsible.
Yeah, I try to be responsible for her, but yeah. My parents absolutely love her. I grew up with dogs. We've always had a dog in the house. And then now that she's with me, obviously there's another dog in the house. But yeah.
So yeah, you find just like the love that you have for your pet and the feel that you get when you're outside with the love that you get, and all of that gives you just the peace that we're talking, that the question, right?
God's creation.
That gives you that peace.
Absolutely. Yep. God's creation. So just understanding every little, like every blade of grass our Lord and Savior made, like the breeze that we were able to feel on our face and our skin, the birds chirping, the squirrels moving, the dogs chasing said squirrel, me yelling at said dog to come back into the yard. All those things have a happy, peaceful part in me that I'm just so grateful to experience on a day-to-day basis.
Right. I love it. All right. The third question for Faith is the challenge.
Ooh,
This
okay.
is asked, is it ever yeah, I know. Is it ever difficult for you to stay true to your beliefs in your current social circle, or have you found a way to be the faith guy without being awkward?
One, I have never necessarily been the faith guy in my group. Two, the conundrum that I gave you at work while we were working together. I don't necessarily feel or believe that I try to challenge people, but I always do my best to keep an open mind. And so, as a challenge, I think that's challenging in and of itself, simply due to I believe in what I believe in, and I know you believe in what you believe in, but through my perspective, I want to kind of challenge your beliefs to make sure you're not like second guessing them. And I know that's not like the way, God, Jesus, everything, is wanting it to be. I try to spread as much love as possible by all means, but I love
That's
being
important.
open minded.
Yeah.
And I love who,
Yeah. For sure.
like, if you have a certain belief, amen, brother, I love that for you. But I'd rather come from a place of love and understanding than trying to come from I'm right, you're wrong, you should come towards, whether it's Christianity, all these different things, Lutheran. I don't know, there's how many religions nowadays? I've lost count after like 20. Yeah, in
In
general.
just the Christian bubble,
Even in just the Christian
I
bubble,
can't
there's
name them
what,
all.
like 10 plus? Like, I can't
Yeah.
name them all. I can't follow them all. But as per, I know,
It's okay.
YouTube, this is new to you, not new to Jacob here. But I do believe that there is no right or wrong way to express your faith. So if you believe in Jesus,
There you go.
you walk with him on a day-to-day basis like me and Jacob do, that's absolutely all for it. Go for it. We love you for it. If you are Buddhist, if you are Muslim, Islamic, all these things, if that's what you truly believe in, follow that with everything you got. And please
Yeah.
help me teach, help me learn, help me explore new avenues, new directions to get stronger with my
Yeah.
faith personally. So that's where I come from, almost
Right.
in the challenging aspect of it. Is it's tough yet beautiful to navigate that openness of exploring different minds of how they think their faith works in
Oh,
their
yeah.
life versus my life.
I mean, it's been like, think of the 70s, right? Like when there, like the whole hippie culture and like being
Mhm.
in a commune, and that was huge coming together moment for people to be like, we're not that much apart, right? We're a lot alike, and
Absolutely.
there's places in the world like, yeah,
Mhm.
man, it's totally fun. Start impeding on my beliefs, then we have an issue.
Yeah. And that's typically where people bash heads. Like I've spoken with quite a bit of people in my life on their beliefs, like, oh, you have to go to church every week on Sundays, you have to pray before you go to bed, all these different things. And it's like, I'm not a believer like that. Like, I believe Jesus is with me all day, every day. He's helping me guide through this thing that we call life as humans. Do I think I need to go
Yeah.
to church in order to be closer to him? No. I think my church, myself, is being one with nature, going golfing, being with my dog outside, going for a walk, being on a beach, going to mountains, going hiking, experiencing nature that the Lord gave us to explore and nurture is my way of being as close to God as possible. Rather than sitting in a pew in church, I can say a Hail Mary, looking at a scenic view on top of a mountain. And I'd much rather have that
Just as easy.
than, sitting in a church downtown just because, he's hanging on the cross there. It's like, I carry a cross just like you everywhere I go. I absolutely love it. It never comes off, stays with me forever and always.
Yeah. It's like my armor.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's something powerful about being a group, though.
There is.
That's the biggest part I think I get. there's something, yeah, there's right. I don't know what, but there is. People, we need each other, and that's what
No,
that's for.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And
Churches be like,
I'm right there with you. Yep, I'm right there with you. I think there's a time and place for both, right? And depending on who you are as a person, some people like those solo adventures rather than, let's get 20 people together and worship. I've done both. I love both. I love networking through that. I love seeing people happy, spreading love through Jesus Christ, all these things. And at the end of the day, I mean, if I believe chilling with 2 or 3 people outside in a park, talking about aliens as you just got done watching a movie, documentary, whatever it might
Yep.
be, about it, I would much rather have that and loving life, loving God through that experience than sitting in, a circle and talking about it. So that's just my opinion on that.
well, right, exactly.
Mhm.
Someone decided
Yeah.
that that's the best way, and you're like, but I don't feel, my gut
Yep.
tells me I don't feel that I need to go that way.
Yep, absolutely. Do I believe, everybody should find what their true faith is? Absolutely. So for some people it's growing up Christian, like I did, a Catholic Christian, a little bit of everything for that. I still don't know the difference between Catholic and Christian. I know they're kind of similar, but yeah, like we just got done saying, there's so many of them. It is what it is. If that's, you're headstrong on that, you're headstrong. Yeah.
Catholic will always just blow my mind because everything is beautiful. The pattern, the rhythms, the hymns,
Mhm.
the buildings, right? Like everything about Catholic Church is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. And it's time too. Like you feel like when you go to one, you're like, I'm stepping back in time.
Yep. Depending on where it's at, right? I mean, some of these newer ones, St. Mary's right downtown here,
Yeah.
kind of just like a brick building. You understand it's a church, but then all of a sudden, if you go to like Rome, you see like the first church and those things, which I still want to do in my lifetime. That's a completely
Plenty of
different atmosphere. Like I
Yeah,
would love
no.
to experience that. Whether it's by myself or with family and friends, all the above would be awesome. I'd love to be able to go do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
that
definitely
with
a
like
different experience.
have, I don't know. Never mind.
Nah, what were you
Alright,
gonna
dude,
say?
that's faith.
That is.
Well, no, I was just gonna ask you, so have you been downtown?
Yeah, so St. Mary's is actually where we used to go and everything. I
Okay.
actually went to elementary school at St. Mary's. Well, preschool, not elementary school. So so you know where
Okay.
St. Mary's is? If you go up those long stairs, that's a school back there.
Okay.
So that's where
I
I
didn't
was
know.
in. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it still is a school or not, but where that parking lot is, that whole thing used to be a playground back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That
So
makes sense why the trees are there.
yep. So there's trees, there's a playground, everything like that. They got rid of the playground and just made it a big parking lot. But yeah, that used to go all the way to like high school, I think. Was it?
Wow. Well, because I go on Easter and we sat up in the balcony and just
Yep.
getting up there, there's this really cool staircase
Was an
with a little
adventure.
low railing.
Yep.
And you're up there and it's pretty steep, and you're thinking, wow, this is like really dangerous, but cool.
Yep. That place is very beautiful and old. It definitely has a weird place in my heart, but no, yeah, I'm glad you were able to experience that, especially up top in the balcony.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess it's where my family typically goes because it's a place people last fill up because it's
Yeah.
you want to be on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's when I think of the church, that my instant image goes right there because that's been the prettiest church I've been in, and yeah, it's awesome. But I've online that I want to go. Like it would be cool to do a tour, like a road trip to go to different churches. So
I honestly would be pretty game for that.
architecture,
That'd be super cool.
right? That would be a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Like a
let
whole
me know when
bus
you have it
tour out of
lined up. We'll go. Heck yeah.
I will definitely will. I'm mulling it over. It'll be a turning point in me church bus tour.
We can even
That'd
make
be
it like a sub YouTube category. 50 states, 50 churches.
Yeah,
Boom.
that would be cool, dude.
See? Big brain. This is why you
Yep.
keep me around.
Yeah, there he is. All right, moving on. Let's go. We're going into family now. which
All
you've
right.
talked a lot about. I'm excited to learn.
I love my family. I might
This one's
talk
called
about them a lot.
looking at the men in your family. Whose blueprint for life you admire most, and where are you intentionally drawing a different line for yourself?
That is a never-ending question right there. Blueprint for sure is
Yeah,
my
that's true.
dad. Nah, you're perfectly fine, man. You know me, I like to think outside the box, so none of my answers are probably gonna be like orthodox. I think that's the correct terminology. Probably isn't, but I would say my father has, from a male perspective, has the best implant on me. Traditional, very headstrong, very, I'd say manly. He's a Superman to me, dude. I can't see that man any other way. Like he does it all. He is loving, he's nurturing, he's caring, he's problematic, he's a headache. But at the end of the day, you just have to love him. Everybody loves this man so much. Everywhere we go, somebody knows him. I can keep him in the same aisle. He can talk away, be a chatty Cathy, or in this case, a chatty Chad. I can go get my
His name's
stuff.
Chad.
Yep. No, his name's actually Ralph. Old school name.
Okay.
Ralphie, I'll shoot your eye out. That's his favorite movie of all time, The Christmas Story. And everybody just, yep, absolutely. Yeah. See, everybody just loves the man. Like, he is never the center of attention, but he always has somebody's attention, if that ever makes sense. So almost like me with work. You always see me talking to somebody. I'm always like, if I'm quiet. That's fine. There's a time and place for it. But that man has taught me so much in sales, in life, in theory, all of these things, in hard work. I really don't know where I'd be without that man, to be honest with you.
And it's your father, like it should be.
Yes, and I mean, my brother Alex as well. He is so headstrong. He's up there too. Like, me and him, typical siblings, hated each other when we were young. At least it felt like that. We were very competitive. We were always arguing. We were always fighting. We always had to share. I would always get the hand-me-downs because I was the youngest. And, that taught me so many different things growing up. But this man, my brother, bless his heart, he graduated 1 year before me in 2012 in high school. He just finally finished his residency as a doctor this year come June. Yes.
Wow.
So he's been grinding. Bless that man's heart. If I ever think that I can't do something for so long, he is one of the first thoughts in my head of just stack those days, right? Just take it one day at a time. Yep. The finish line will come. And he absolutely loves it. Come June, he'll be fully done with residency. Him and his beautiful wife will both be done with residency. They're technically...
Whoa.
Yep. So his wife's a doctor too, and everything along those lines. Yep. They met actually in their freshman year of college here in Minnesota, finishing their chemistry majors and everything along those lines. And then their love story is wild. It's one I look up to as well. Met in college, were blessed to be able to go to the same medical school and the same residency and everything like that. There are very few couples and relationships ever get to be able to do that just because of how hard it is to get into medical school to begin with. And yeah, I love both of them so much. I look up to both of them. I wish coming up here when I do get in a relationship again that it's even half as strong as theirs, because those two are inseparable. I love those two so much. They're definitely goals.
That's beautiful.
Thanks, brother.
Are they parents?
Actually, they're expecting. So they're almost parents.
Yeah!
Yeah, I know, right? I've been dying to say something about that. I just got the green light like a couple weeks ago about it, and I just haven't been able to tell. Nobody's asked. I'm not just gonna bring it up randomly to celebrate. If somebody asks, I'll celebrate. But yeah, I'm gonna be an uncle again. Yep.
Yeah.
They're first. I'm super excited about it. Yeah, number 8 or 9. I don't know. They all look alike. But yeah, there's a happy medium now, I think. I think it's almost equal with girls and boys, but I think the boys are still ruling. So, for the nieces and nephews standpoint. Yeah. But that's awesome. Yeah, I'm very happy for him. She wants a big family. She wants like 4 or 5 kids, and he's like, I just want to be debt free. But he's very happy about it as well. So
I just want to be debt. That's too funny. You just started that mission.
yeah, they just almost finished their mission to be able to start affording, to pay off their debts, and now they're blessed with a kid. So I'm so happy for them.
That's
No,
beautiful.
I'm excited.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Hopefully he doesn't get mad at me if this comes out. Alex, I'm sorry. You told me I'm allowed to share. You didn't think I was going to share all over YouTube, though. So,
It's live. I can't cut it out.
It's all good. It's all good. Me and him have a great relationship now. So
I love it. All right, now I'm keeping it in for sure, even if you told me
Awesome.
no.
Beautiful. Yeah, I can't retract it now.
Family's second question is the inner circle. And as a single guy, you consider your chosen family. Oh, that's an interesting question. And how did they fill the gaps that your biological family might not?
So that chosen circle, as you just called, has grown and diminished over the years. So I have plenty of friends I can confide in. I've learned throughout the years that to choose wisely on who you confide in and who you don't plays a role in what you want to accomplish and who you want to surround yourself with. So I found a couple
Yep.
friends back in the day where I did confide in them, and then say like 6 months down the line, I find out they're spreading what I told them in person to other people, and now they're asking like, hey, you good? I'm like, what are you talking about? They ask me, it's like, well, oh, how'd you know about that? And so and so said it. I'm like, that's good to know. Now that
Thank
you
you.
asked, if I I'm one of those people, if you ask me, I'm all right with telling you and everything along those lines. I do tread lightly. I try not to overshare by any means when it comes to
Sure.
a lot of like personal things that I'm going through. I mean, everybody has their own burdens and thought process and all that stuff. People go through a lot more than what we think, and so I try to be that person for a lot of other people. As for me,
Yeah.
I have a couple buddies that I'm able to lean on through faith and through activities. I have a very good golfing buddy right now that we talk about faith, we talk about problems, we talk about things that we're going through out on the golf course, and it's just beautiful. His wife even joins us. She joins in. I feel very comfortable speaking out to them, letting them know my thoughts, talk to me about their stuff. I feel like I'm pretty intellectual when it comes to a lot of emotional side of things because I try to keep an open perspective on everything. It has gotten me there. Actually, side note, not to ramble too much here, I'm actually potentially thinking on going back to school for therapy, to become a therapist, I should say, to help others overcome their fears, their daily situations that they might be in. I have a really good buddy who's actually thinking on doing the same. He moved out to Montana. He has a really big following. Shout out to Jonah. Bless his heart, he's helped me tremendously over the past couple weeks here too. But those are just a
Yeah.
few people that are kind of in that inner circle, not necessarily family, that I can confide in. I'm very close with my family. I try not to keep too much from them. Obviously, as humans, we shouldn't share everything with everybody, but my mom is definitely a good one I can confide in and talk to and, get things figured
Yeah.
out. She's a magnificent woman. She just knows what to say and how to say it when it's needed. Bless her
That's
heart.
awesome. Moms are the best.
Moms are the best.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do without mine. I'd be very sad if something happened, but
Yeah.
we'll get through
Very
it.
sad.
Yeah.
I really like that lion poster.
Thanks. I got it
Or
on sale.
it's a
Yeah, it's like
there's other animals too.
so I think that's a chicken. No, that's a dog. That's a
Yeah.
dog. That's a wolf. That's
Yep.
a lion. That's a giraffe. And then that's a chicken. I think it's a chicken. Yeah, that's a chicken or a rooster, whichever one you
Pretty-
want to call it.
The ones on the outside confuse me.
Yeah, the ones like here, maybe I can get the whole thing. But
The dog
main
and the chicken.
yeah, I saw it. It was on sale. I'm like, it's cool. I'm gonna get it because I have colored lights in my room and in my living room. and
Yeah.
stuff. So like if I say, Alexa, turn the lights green, hopefully
Right.
she'll actually listen to me. No, she's not going to listen to me right now. But if I shut all the lights off and turn on my other lights, like these colors will pop differently. And that's why I actually fell in love with it.
I believe
So yeah, it's
that's pretty cool.
nice little. I got it for like $30. So like it's a pretty big canvas for $30. So
I always find cool things when I'm at like Home Goods or Ross,
Mhm.
and I'll go to Ross and we'll find some like really cool gear or really good picture, and then we'll end up bringing it out to the car, and we don't know how to fit it in the car, and
the
you're like,
struggle.
oh crap, and you're trying
Yep.
to figure out what you can go down in order to angle it away.
Yep. You got to angle it properly. If not, get
I
a
know.
strap, put it on the roof.
Yeah, I've come to find out, and she's gonna hear me, that I have a better judge of things fitting in places than my wife does. Like,
That's fair.
that's not gonna
Yeah,
fit.
no, that's
No.
no. Does she listen? Probably not. You still get it anyways.
Well, no, we'll go all the
Bless her heart.
like.
Like, do you think this will fit?
I'm gonna try it anyway, I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, you never know until you try. So there's always that.
Right? Whether you do or you don't, you're right. Whether you can or can't, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I love that a lot. All right. Question number 3 for family is the future. What is one? This is okay. I love this question. What is one family tradition you haven't started yet, but are excited to one day when you have your own home, when you have a home of your own?
Family tradition.
Yeah. Well, here, let's switch the subject. Like, is there a family tradition currently that you cherish, that you'd like to continue, even after the person facilitating it today isn't doing it?
No, that's a phenomenal question, my guy. Truthfully, I love the question. And I would actually continue said tradition. It doesn't happen much anymore because we're all grown up. But growing up, one of my favorite traditions ever was Sunday breakfast. This family, bro, this family is a breakfast eating family. Like, honestly, that's one of the main things that my future wife will have to love and eat is anything breakfast. Like, we're not just talking about during breakfast time in said day. Like,
Anytime.
it's anytime breakfast must be facilitated. I'm not saying she has to cook it because I love making breakfast. Prime example, I just made my mom and everything on Mother's Day, bless her heart, like a 4-course meal on breakfast for brunch. And I actually didn't make the eggs, nor did I make the hash browns, but I prepped them because my sister, bless her heart, is a very picky, particular person when it comes to eggs and hash browns. So I let her make those. And so that I felt like that was a love language right there because I knew ahead of time that if I made the hash browns, she would still like them, but she wouldn't like them as much if she made them. So I let her make them.
That's very loving.
Yeah.
That is very, very loving.
But I would definitely say, like, Saturday and Sunday morning breakfast as a family, no phones, no technology, enjoying each other's time, hot chocolates, coffee, milk, orange juice, whatever it might be, like endless leftovers of breakfast. There better be like 4 pounds of bacon made, 2 pounds of sausage, all these things, and just love
I want to step off eggs.
Yep. That, and then Thursday and Friday night fires. We love ourselves some bonfires, especially like just a couple weeks ago where it wasn't as windy. We had a couple really good fires back to back where you have that sweet spot up here in Minnesota where it's nice enough to have a fire, but there's no bugs out whatsoever. Like those type of nights.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like you just love it. A little cold on the back, but it's like you just rotate like a rotisserie chicken. Like if your back's cold, get your back a little bit warmer, rotate back, and then just continue
as you're talking.
Yeah.
Already just
Yeah, absolutely. See, you get it. You're invited to the next one. See, you already know.
I love it. That's too funny.
Yeah, those are definitely two traditions I'll definitely try to pass down for sure.
I could see you just totally facilitating it, especially with your own family, that it's already like half cooked by the time you're there.
Yeah, I mean,
sounds like there's a baby.
Ooh, sick.
You brought me a water?
Join us.
Thanks. You want to say? Oh, there's a puppy.
Poppers! Hi.
This is Lola.
Hi, Lola. That's pretty close to Luna, dude.
I know. I was confused. I was surprised too. Oh no,
That's a beep.
that hurts. Elf.
Hi, Lola. Lola. Looking around. Such a fluffy
You want to come
puppy.
say hi? No, there's two puppies. My goodness.
Ooh, 2 poppers.
Come here, baby. Which way you going? The other way? Okay.
Yeah, how do you do
right,
it, bro?
so-
How do you do it? You have 2 beautiful dogs fighting for your attention, and then your daughter's trying to fight for your attention too. Like,
Oh,
how do
my
you
wife's
choose?
looking at me too right now.
Yeah, because she's mad at you for choosing your dog over your daughter.
I
No,
don't get.
that's-
I have a harem of women at home. Yeah.
Yeah, you are overrun.
They're all.
How
I'm
do you
the only
manage?
testosterone here.
Yeah,
so
that's-
blessed I couldn't. Okay, everybody out. Out. Excuse you. I love you. Ivy B, come here. Ivy B, come here.
Such a
Yeah.
patient
Ow,
little
man.
sweetheart. Dude, there's a chair or a
Yes.
desk there. Are you okay?
A chair. Oh, where's the desk?
Hi.
Play with this?
Yeah.
You can play with this. Hey,
Look at you.
look at that's Austin.
Hi. How are you?
say hi, Austin.
Such
are
a
you?
sweetheart.
You gonna say hi? Yeah, I know the TV not working. I don't know what happened.
The
to TV. It broke.
PS5 controller. She just wants to play some games with her dad.
I know. We
What's
have
your
not
guys'
played
favorite
this
game?
yet.
No?
Played any yet? No, she's never used it, and so but she grabbed it on her own and goes,
That's awesome.
"I want to play," and it's just yesterday.
Heck yeah. You
Okay.
should get It Takes Two
So-
when she's a little older. That's a fun game.
What's that?
It's called It Takes Two. So when she's
Okay.
older and she likes playing video games, it's like even
Yeah.
your wife, she would probably get a kick out of it. You guys have to pair up. You pair up together and you have to go through puzzles and everything to get to the next level. So it's a super fun game.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I think you would have a blast playing it.
Do you want to hold Austin? You want to go show him the house? Can I talk with Austin first, and then you can show him around? Is that okay?
Whatever.
Do you want to give him a
works.
high five?
Boom.
All right. She likes to.
High five. Bang.
High five again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. What up? High fives
Good job,
all
Bubba Face.
around.
Hey, go find Mama. Thank you, Bubba. Oh, good.
Such a
That's-
sweetheart.
that-
That's
Thanks for
awesome.
closing the door. I can't believe it's gonna be 3 in August. I can't believe
3. Whoa.
I-
Grow up so fast.
I'm responsible for that life.
Yeah. Yes, you are. And 2 dogs' lives, by the way.
I love that.
Don't forget about those.
Yeah. So no way. That big one, Lola, she is the first dog I've ever owned. Like the one I bought, one I found. I got her just at born. So Iris was, I think, like a few months. Then I got Lola, and they were both little babies at the same time, and they're
Yep.
growing together.
Yes.
Lola
Best
is
way to do it.
just, she lets Iris do anything, like grab her ears, like
Mm-hmm.
she's big and rough, so you can wrestle her. And she's just so patient and sweet, but she eats everything.
As most dogs do.
The only downfall, and she's big, so she gets up on the counter and she can get her face like to the backsplash of the kitchen counter. We have sticks of butter that disappear. We have all kinds of tools that disappear.
Nothing is safe in that house.
There's a dog door. If the dog door is open and we're not around in the kitchen, she can escape with it into the backyard.
Mm,
So then when I'm going around the yard and I'm picking up poo, sometimes I'll find like an area that's a little dug up and I'll move the dirt and like there's a bag of gummy worms. I'm like, what?
blamed your wife
She
for
just-
taking the gummy worms and
Squirrel.
it's the dog the whole time. That's awesome.
And we thought, we didn't even,
Why?
I swear I bought like blue. It was a blue bag. Has anyone seen this blue bag?
Oh, that's priceless.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, category 3, being an American.
What? Americana.
And I'm proud. Well, this one might get a bit,
Controversial?
what's nice about this, what I feel like the favorite topics get us to America, and this ultimately is my favorite topic because of the time we're living in, and I want people to want to talk about this. So, faith, family, America. What are we made of? We're made of faith. We're made of family. So let's talk about how we got here. First question is the opportunity. Hey, Bubba, you want to sit on my lap? We're having an interview. No? Okay. The opportunity. As a young man in America today, do you feel like the doors are wide open for you, or do you feel like you're playing a game with a whole new set of rules?
Great question. Yes and no. I think we live in a world currently where it's never been easier to make money, but also it's never been harder to afford basic necessities of owning your own house, raising the family you want, being in debt, all these different things. Like, so there's pros and cons to it. And as an almost 31-year-old, relatively handsome man, that it's. Sorry, I had to. I love it. I
You're
love it.
that on me.
Nah, I do wholeheartedly feel that we are in a society currently where it really has never been this easy to make money from your home, to make money while you go shopping, to anything along these lines. It's just that with how America is currently situated, it's never been tougher to allocate that money the way you want to. If that
Oh,
makes
that's
sense.
nice. Yeah, well said. Yeah, it totally makes sense.
So like you can make all the money you possibly can and, live the life you want, but you have to make that sacrifice in order to do so. And, I'm still paying off debt. I'm still paying off student loans, all these things. Part of me is
Same here.
part of me is teetering. Like, can I ever afford my own place? Can I ever support a family? Can I ever afford to get married? Everything like that. It's very, very difficult, yet easy at the same time to technically get all those things done if you know the right avenues, the right people, and truthfully kind of going back into your faith of having faith in the process and trusting in God that he will guide you in the right steps that you need to go to fulfill your life.
And that's such a great mindset too. In order to think of the life, this isn't being done to you. It's no one else's fault.
It's being done for you.
Point all day, right? Policy this, and I don't know, but that's a beautiful mindset, and I think that stems from faith. The idea that I'm gonna take it I'm gonna do my best as everything comes, and if you don't have that faith, if you don't have that, imagine if you didn't feel that, how crazy something can overwhelm you.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm here to say first, I'm a very avid overthinker. I've gone through so many different scenarios in my head, whether it's the apocalypse, aliens, conspiracies, you name it. I've probably thought about it and went through the motions of it all. So by the time I even bring it up to, say, a friend to talk about or anything, I've done my research. I've thought about it long enough to be like, okay, now I want somebody else's perspective on the matter to see if I missed anything almost. So it's a love-hate relationship with being an overthinker.
Do you feel worried when you do that? Or?
Honestly, actually, no. I feel more free. Which cool. Is beyond repair because so many people I talk to, they're like, well, I overthink this, I overthink that. And it leads to all this anxiety and fear and like the fear of the unknown. And well, what if I'm right? And I've actually tricked my brain into thinking overthinking is actually a superpower rather than it's a crutch, right? So overthinking anything, I'd much rather deal with an overthinker than somebody that, just, whatever. You thought through every process. You're wondering if it works, if it doesn't, all these different things. Now, that anxiety and that fear and that stress is a subcategory of overthinking. But to me, overthinking gives me so much more clarity than anxiety because if I'm right, I'm right. And if I'm wrong, I'm human, right? I mean, I can't be right 24/7. That'd be kind of exhausting.
Not to everybody.
Not to everybody. That's absolutely true. Not to everybody. And this is a horse apiece to, some people out there, those Sheldon Coopers of the world who are right 98% of the time. But even they're not right every single time. So it's giving myself grace. It's believing in that faith and everything of, I'm overthinking this to get in a better position rather than I'm overthinking this and not doing anything about it. But all overthinking requires action. So
nailed it.
And that's the biggest thing.
Right?
It requires action.
At some point. you're gonna need to make it.
At some point,
So
you
right,
have to
think
make
about
an
it.
action. Yes.
Inhibits you. Yeah.
So I can see where people come from if they're overthinking constantly, but that's all they're doing is overthinking
Yep.
and not doing anything about it. But as for me, if I when I overthink, I always make it known to create an action into it. And if I don't, my action plan is, well, that was a fun little book that I just created. And I think I honestly got that from a
That was a
podcast
chapter?
somewhere. Yeah, it's just a chapter. Like, it's not going to do anything. It's, as Joey Tribbiani once said, it's a moo point. Just doesn't make any sense. But, you know, like, yeah, it's just another chapter. It's just, you know, out of sight, out of mind. I thought about it. I processed it. I didn't do anything about it. It's just another chapter. Move on to the next.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Number 2.
'Kay.
It's called The Contribution. If you could spend a year of your life dedicated to solving a problem in your specific city or state, what would you put your hands to?
No more daycares. I'm kidding.
I was supposed to say-
Absolutely kidding. That is not the problem I would solve. That's a great question, dude. Truthfully, daycares definitely do
I'm
need fixing
excited about
in the state of Minnesota, though.
raw
Should have got into it as a business owner.
my hand.
Problem that I'd try to solve and fix, right?
Yeah. Dedicated solving a problem.
I guess I would probably tie it back into a conversation I had with my buddy Jonah just over this past 2 weeks' time. Of me and him are firm believers that more people should talk things through, whether it's seeking therapy or getting help that they need. I think if it was almost mandated, there'd be a lot better interactions in society. There'd be a lot less hatred. There'd be a lot of way more love towards everybody. Of, you know, if I have a problem with XYZ, I now have the ability to not get one judged for it, of seeking help. I know that's a pretty big thing in our society nowadays, is that therapy in our generation and stuff like that has become more of a bigger thing. Like, we praise it. We, you know, yes, go for it. You should be talking to somebody because of how many recessions and crashes and everything, life events we've all lived through, especially in our generation of millennials. And then the younger generation and everything, like, I do believe that a little bit more tough love and, like, just being more honest with people in general would probably be one of the biggest problems I'd try. Like, honesty is the
See,
best policy. Yeah. And
What you want to
I'm sorry. Am I there? You should stop there.
No, go to school for? It sounds like that same idea of helping people.
I'd get rid of participation trophies as well. I'm not a fan of participation trophies whatsoever. Like, in life, there are
Those
winners
still
and
a thing.
losers. Yes, those are still a thing.
I have not seen them in a long time.
Your kid's almost 3, so just wait. But, like, my nieces and nephews
I'm gonna put a
have all gone through it. I have never been a fan. Anything like, if even like second and third place trophies I've kept in my lifetime, and only if it's like a super big tournament, right, that I was in. If not, I've only ever kept first place trophies. You know, if there's a field of 27 teams and we took third, that's a completely different story than, you know, there's 5 teams and we took third. Like, no. Get out of here with that stuff. Like, there's winners and losers for a reason, and you learn through both. You can't be a winner without losing, and you can't lose without winning. So,
right.
That's something I definitely change.
Hey, those are 2 solid points.
I
I'm
tend
not
to
sure
make
how you're
those
gonna be able
sometimes.
to do that. And I would love to challenge you with that. Like, if I gave you like $100,000 and said, take the year off and go work on one of those things, that would be a fun.
Participation
fun
trophies is the first to
story.
go. That's what I would work on
Everybody
first.
should just go.
No
Fielding
more
trophies for
participation
kids?
trophies.
I'm sorry, that-
Sucks to suck. You lost. Get over it. Go get better. Try to win first next time.
Have you seen the show Bluey?
With the dog?
I don't think you should. Yeah, like, okay, so it's a kid's show and Iris watches it. So
Yeah, it's a dog
there's
show,
an
right?
episode where it's about Australian healers and their like family. But
Yeah.
there's a game where they call Pass the Parcel. It's like pass the package, but they call it a parcel. So pass the parcel. And it's a gift that's wrapped like 9 or 10 times in different wrapping paper. But in the new generation, each layer of wrapping paper has a gift similar to a participation. It's a participation award. The kid's passing the parcel and he opens it up. So, but it's like a musical chairs. How you play it is there's music. You play the music. The parcel gets passed. You pass the package, and then when the music stops, wherever it stops, that person opens the layer. Right?
Strange.
And they got a prize. But he gets a prize, and the dad that's doing the music is like, "What's this? When I was growing up, it was just one big prize in the middle. Why do they all get a prize? This doesn't make any sense." Just like a participation. So he says, he's like, "I'm going to bring it back." He's talking to his wife, Janelle. "No more raising a nation of squibs, Janelle. I'm not going to bring it back." His kid's first birthday, or the next round, he's like, "We're going to do this. Don't worry, kids. You're going to think it's the best thing ever." He does it. The first one that gets wraps, the kid's like, "Oh, mommy." Their parents are looking at him like, "Dude, this is on you. This is
Yeah. Don't cry about it. You're fine. You'll be all right.
By the end of the episode, the kids they learned how to share. They learned how to take enjoyment from other people. They learned that watching someone get excited is joyful. They learned at the end that it was a way better game than everybody get a prize. So it was a great story at the end.
That's great. Yeah, I've watched it occasionally with the nieces, but that's about it.
It's too good. I cried. It was so funny. It was so funny when I first started watching it. Well, because
I'm also a
you
firm
get the
believer that kids shows are for adults, not for kids.
I think there's a bit of both. You're not wrong. I think they know that of that gap in knowledge, we can say two things at once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's a lot of one-liners and stuff in there that go over kids' heads, but make the adults laugh.
Yeah. That's why when I was growing up, after I was like, and once I was in my 20s, going back and watching things when I was a kid and seeing how, what I missed, especially when Adam Sandler movies, like I saw Happy Gilmore when I was a kid. When I got older and I had some life experience, it's a whole new movie.
Absolutely. It is. Gotta go rewatch those oldies. They're great.
I always think about being a crotchety old man one day. I can't wait to be that crotchety old man that just everybody gives me a pass. It doesn't matter what I do. I get a pass because I'm a crotchety old man. I can shit my pants and slap that waitress's butt, and he's cute, sweet, but I'm gonna be that.
Yeah, as I just saw on a TikTok the other day, a guy stated, men grow up until the age of 12. Our bodies just continue to grow, but we're kids at heart. So that sits and resonates pretty well. That's awesome.
All right, last and final question.
Oofta.
The identity.
Okay.
When you travel or meet people from elsewhere, what is the one thing about American culture that you find yourself most proud to defend?
Interesting hot take. That I try to defend. Interesting hot take. I don't really ever I love America. I love where I'm from. I love the US of A. If I'm going to defend anything, it's the ability to allow proper passage for better opportunity is one thing I'll always try to defend as an American. Not the illegal, anybody coming over illegally. That's breaking the law. But if you come through the proper channels and you get the opportunity to learn about America and be in America and evaluate the struggles of what Americans go through and the freedom, love, the liberty of literally everything.
That's huge. That's a good one. I mean, America's the only place in the world where you can come as yourself and be accepted. Bottom line, you can be my neighbor in your own property and do anything you want. I'm not going to bother you. You won't. It's going to be dude. And I'm going to we're all cordial and cool. And then exactly. And then as soon as you impede, right? But I totally agree. Absolutely. It's a general, hopefully a national feeling to protect your immigration. It's important. Being a nation that is number one in a lot of ways, we're sought after. right? People want to be here. Yeah. No, the people that are here. Yeah, please do. I love the talks. Well, that's what I meant. And like, not everything. All right. Yeah. I'm telling you. Okay. Well, then I'll shoot you. Well, I already did, but you should watch that movie that I told you about. It's definitely got me thinking. I still got 14 minutes left. I'm like, babe, can we put give me a few hours? Yeah. I'm so thankful for her. I mean, it's been a learning curve because as soon as, I took on this, like, as soon as Jesus showed himself to me, Charlie Kirk got shot. I kind of changed on her overnight in a lot of ways. Yeah. And like I got stern in some ways, but then I got really sweet and kind in other ways that I didn't. And so this podcast or this channel and doing these interviews has been time away. And so I'm very thankful for her. She's very patient. Cheers. This is for other people. You are going to meet, dude, someone's going to see your video and go, I am that guy. Oh, I totally feel like he does. That's awesome. Wait, but he's got a good idea that I didn't realize that I could okay. I'm excited to touch people. You know what? I'm excited to interview a stranger. I want to interview a stranger. You say two things at once. This is for adults. Yeah, I'm thankful you. I'm definitely gonna get you on another time. After we just gotta let time pass. I'm thinking annually. We'll revisit this once a year. We'll go golfing this season too. Yeah, please do. That'd be awesome. We'll set a date. Okay. Well, they gotta fit. I love it. Perfect. I'll just bring my glove. Oh, Lord's sakes. Okay. I'll just show up. Man, unless I get my ball bat or a goal. Why are you standing so close? I was on his backswing. You too, man. I'll talk to you soon. God bless. Love you too. Bye.
Bye, Dada. Bye, Dada. Say, lunch will be ready.
Nailed it.